So, you think you know island destinations? Think you've seen mountain peaks that touch the sky and cultures buzzing with ancient traditions? Yeah, I thought I did too. Then I landed in Kota Kinabalu, Malaysia, and bam! Everything I thought I knew got flipped upside down. This place. It's not just a city. It's a launchpad to experiences so varied, so incredibly epic. They'll completely change how you see Southeast Asian adventures. Stick with me, because what I'm about to show you, you genuinely won't believe. Kota Kinabalu. For ages, that name just brought to mind a nice, maybe kinda sleepy, tropical spot on the coast of Borneo. I was picturing some decent beaches, a bit of island hopping. You know, the usual stuff for a Malaysian trip. My homework painted a picture, a starting point for the mighty Mount Kinabalu, a few cultural villages, and probably some good seafood. Sounded pretty standard, right? Oh, I was so wrong. What I actually discovered in Kota Kinabalu wasn't just a few things to see. It was this explosion of variety that totally caught me by surprise. One day, I'm gasping for breath on top of Southeast Asia's highest mountain, and the next, I'm floating through underwater gardens bursting with life, just minutes from the city. I found myself totally lost in ancient customs, then completely swept up in the lively vibe of modern Sabahan life. This isn't just a place you pop into, it's a place that makes you rethink things at every single turn. Come on, let me show you the sheer, almost unbelievable range of things this city has to offer. We're going way beyond the postcards and the usual travel brochures. We're getting into what really makes Kota Kinabalu a destination you just can't miss and will never forget. I came here with a to-do list. I left completely amazed and desperate to tell everyone that this city is so much more than you could ever dream up. Let's dive in. First things first, let's talk about the icon, the absolute giant that shapes the Kota Kinabalu skyline. Mount Kinabalu. Towering at a massive 4,095.2 meters, this isn't just Malaysia's highest mountain, it's one of Southeast Asia's biggest. Now, I'd heard about climbing Kinabalu. I knew it was a huge deal, a real bucket list thing for a lot of people. But what I didn't quite get was just how majestic, how almost spiritual this climb truly is. The trek usually takes 2 days and 1 night, and let me tell you, it's a beast that will push you to your limits but pay you back in spades. The trail itself is like walking through an ever-changing nature documentary. You start off in this lush tropical rainforest, buzzing with the sounds of hidden creatures and sights of wild plants. The variety of plants here is just mind-boggling. Kinabalu Park is a UNESCO World Heritage Site for a very good reason. It's got more plant species than North America and Europe combined. Seriously, imagine pitcher plants, wild orchids, and if you're super lucky, you might even spot the rare Rafflesia, the world's largest flower, blooming somewhere nearby. As you climb higher, the plants change, the air gets thinner, and the world below just seems to shrink. Spending the night at Panalaban, the base camp area, is pretty surreal, with a sky full of stars like you've never seen. Then, there's the pre-dawn push to the summit. It's cold, it's dark, but as you make your way over the granite slopes and finally hit Lowe's Peak, watching the sunrise splash color across the sky from above the clouds, wow, it's a moment of pure, unadulterated victory. The views? Absolutely breathtaking, no exaggeration. For the real daredevils, there's even the world's highest Via Ferrata, a mountain path with fixed cables, rungs, and bridges for an extra shot of adrenaline. It's intense, it's tough, and it's an utterly unforgettable experience that really sets the stage for the kind of unbelievable adventures Kota Kinabalu has waiting. And believe it or not, this is only the start. From the dizzying heights of Mount Kinabalu, my next adventure plunged me into a totally different, but just as amazing world. The vibrant underwater scene of the Tunku Abdul Rahman Marine Park. Now, what's truly unbelievable here is that this aquatic paradise, a group of 5 gorgeous islands, Gaya, Sapi, Manukan, Mamutik, and Sulug, is just a 15 to 20-minute speedboat ride from the city center. That accessibility? It's insane. I was expecting some okay snorkeling, maybe a few colorful fish. What I found was a thriving underwater ecosystem. The water around islands like Manukan and Sapi can be crystal clear, showing off coral reefs packed with life. We're talking parrotfish, clownfish darting in and out of anemones, graceful sea turtles gliding past, and just tons of other reef critters. It's also great to see Sabah parks actively working to diversify what you can do here, even focusing on rare fish and coral conservation. Each island has its own vibe. Manukan Island is super popular, with good facilities and beautiful beaches. Sapi Island is also known for its lovely beaches, great snorkeling, and even has monitor lizards just roaming around. Mamudik, though smaller, is quieter and has some good coral reefs too. You can easily spend a day hopping between islands, finding your own little quiet spot, or trying out water sports like diving, sea walking, parasailing, or jet skiing. The sheer ease of having such a rich marine park basically on the city's doorstep is what makes it so surprising. 1 minute you're sipping coffee in a city cafe, and half an hour later, you can be face down in the water, exploring a world that feels a million miles away. It's this incredible contrast, this super easy switch from city energy to underwater peace, that really highlights how unexpectedly diverse Kota Kinabalu is. It's not just a mountain city, it's a top-notch marine destination too. After tackling a mountain and exploring the ocean, I was ready to connect with the human heart of Sabah, and the Mari Mari Cultural Village offered an experience so immersive it felt like I'd literally stepped back in time. It's about a 30-45 minute drive from Kota Kinabalu, and trust me, this isn't just some tourist stop. It's a living museum that's all about preserving and showing off the amazing heritage of Sabah's indigenous communities. What really got me was how authentic and interactive it all was. You're not just standing around watching, you're actually doing things. The village shows you the traditional homes and ways of life of 5 major ethnic groups: the Dusun and Rungus, farmers and traders; the Londaye, hunters and fishermen; the Bajau, known as cowboys and sea gypsies; and the Murut, who were, back in the day, famously feared headhunters. Each house is built by descendants of these tribes and gives you a real peek into their world. You'll learn old-school skills, like how to start a fire with bamboo, which is both fascinating and makes you feel pretty useless with your lighter. You can try making a blowpipe and even test your aim. They show you how traditional tattoos were made, explaining the meanings behind all the detailed designs. You get to taste local treats like Sabahan rice wine, called lihing, and see how food was traditionally cooked, sometimes in bamboo. The guides, who are often from these communities themselves, share stories and knowledge with so much passion, you can't help but be drawn in. The tour wraps up with a vibrant cultural performance, with traditional music and dances that are both super energetic and really moving. I genuinely didn't expect to feel such a strong connection to these ancient ways of life, or to understand the deep respect for nature and community that shapes these cultures. The Mari Mari Cultural Village is an unbelievable way to connect with the soul of Borneo. Okay, so we've climbed a giant, explored crystal clear waters, and traveled back in time. Kota Kinabalu is already throwing out some serious surprises, right? I'm curious. What's the one thing so far that has made you think, wow, I did not expect that from KK? Drop a comment below and let me know. And hey, if you're enjoying this adventure and want to see more unbelievable travel stories, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel out. Alright, back to more Kota Kinabalu magic. Beyond the huge adventures, Kota Kinabalu City itself has this lively buzz that's an experience all on its own. I was genuinely surprised by the cool mix of old-world charm and modern energy. A great place to start feeling this is at the Kota Kinabalu City Mosque, often called the Floating Mosque. Its amazing architecture with a man-made lagoon around it makes it look like it's floating on water, especially during high tide or at sunset. It's an incredibly peaceful and beautiful spot, perfect for a quiet moment away from the city noise. You can even take a paddle boat ride for some unique photos. Then you've got the markets. Oh man, they're an explosion for your senses. The Kota Kinabalu Handicraft Market, also known as the Filipino Market, is packed with local crafts, pearls, textiles, souvenirs, and cool wood carvings. It's the perfect place to try out your bargaining skills for a unique keepsake. Nearby, the Central Market is where the locals go for fresh fruit and veg, spices, and most famously, seafood. The variety is astounding, and the atmosphere is just electric. As evening comes, the night markets spring to life, offering an incredible range of street food. I'll talk more about that later. If you're in town over the weekend, definitely don't miss the Gaya Street Sunday Market. It's been going for over 100 years, and you can find everything from batik fabrics to local coffee and snacks. For a more modern feel, the Kota Kinabalu waterfront is a busy strip full of restaurants, cafes, and bars. It's the ideal spot for an evening walk, people watching, or grabbing a meal with a view of the sea and the islands. If you're into history, the Atkinson Clock Tower, one of the few buildings to survive World War II, gives you a little glimpse into colonial-era Jesselton. That was KK's old name. And for sweeping city views, especially at sunset, a trip up to the Signal Hill Observatory platform is a must. What I didn't expect was how all these different sides of the city, the spiritual, the busy commercial, the historical, and the modern, just blend together so smoothly and create such a vibrant city experience. One of the most unbelievable things about Kota Kinabalu is just how close you are to incredible wildlife. You don't have to trek for days deep into the heart of Borneo to see some of its unique animals. A really popular and surprisingly easy trip is a river cruise along the Clayas River or other nearby wetlands like Kawa or Weston. These cruises, usually in the late afternoon and evening, give you a fantastic chance to spot the endemic proboscis monkey. Seeing these long-nosed monkeys, often just chilling in the trees by the river, is a classic Bornean experience. But the wildlife spotting doesn't end there. You might also see long-tailed macaques, silvered langurs, and all sorts of birds. As dusk begins to fall, that's when the real magic happens. After a local-style dinner, you'll often hop back on the boat to see one of nature's most incredible shows: fireflies. Thousands of these tiny bugs light up the mangrove trees, creating a scene that looks just like living Christmas lights, all twinkling together. It's an absolutely mesmerizing and almost surreal experience. A quiet, natural light show that will leave you totally speechless. For those who want more dedicated nature walks and birdwatching, the Rasa Ria Nature Reserve, which is part of the Shangri-La Rasa Ria Resort, offers guided sunrise hikes and chances to learn about local plants and animals. In the past, they even had orangutan rehabilitation efforts. Though specific programs change, the reserve itself is a haven. There's also the Lok Kawi Wildlife Park, a short drive from the city. It's more like a zoo, but it's great if you're short on time and want to see animals like Bornean pygmy elephants, tigers, and orangutans. The ease with which you can just switch from city life to these wild encounters is something that still amazes me about Kota Kinabalu. It's a gateway not just to adventure, but to the natural wonders of Borneo itself. If you thought Kota Kinabalu was all about impressive mountains and calm seas, get ready for another surprise. This place is also a total playground for adrenaline junkies, and whitewater rafting is way up there on the thrill list. Whether you're a complete newbie or you've rafted loads before, there are rivers near KK that will suit your level of adventure. For a family-friendly or first-timer experience, the Kiyulu River, about an hour or so from the city, has grade 1-2 rapids. This means you get the buzz of navigating some choppy whitewater, some fun bumps, and splashy waves, but it's generally a pretty gentle ride. It's perfect if you want a taste of rafting without anything too crazy, and the trip takes you through beautiful countryside, past villages, and really green landscapes. You'll even get chances to do some body rafting or just have a swim in the calmer bits. For those who are after a bigger adrenaline kick, the Padas River is where it's at. Getting to the Padas often includes a scenic train ride on the historic North Borneo Railway through the countryside, which adds another cool layer to the adventure before you even hit the water. The Padas River serves up more challenging grade 3-4 rapids, with awesome names like Headhunter, Lambada Leap, and Washing Machine. This is where you'll hit stronger currents, bigger drops, and have a much more intense, heart-pounding ride. It definitely takes a bit more nerve, but the feeling is incredible. What's unbelievable is how good and how easy to get to these rafting experiences are. You can go from your hotel breakfast to battling rapids in a pretty short amount of time. It's just another example of Kota Kinabalu's amazing knack for packing so many different kinds of adventures into one accessible area. So, if you thought this trip was just about chilling out, think again. There's a wild river ride waiting to wake you right up. After days jam-packed with high-altitude trekking, underwater exploring, cultural deep dives, and adrenaline-fueled activities, you might think Kota Kinabalu has shown you everything it's got. But then, it rolls out one of its most consistently unbelievable and universally loved treasures: its sunsets. Tanjung Aru Beach is legendary for its sunset views, and for good reason. As the sun sinks below the horizon over the South China Sea, it just explodes with color: fiery oranges, deep reds, soft purples, and golds. It's a show that happens almost every day, yet it never ever fails to be mesmerizing. Locals and tourists gather here, finding a spot on the sand or at a beachfront cafe just to watch this natural masterpiece. Doing some stand-up paddleboarding at Tanjung Aru as the sun goes down is another amazing way to soak it all in. And what comes after a perfect sunset? An incredible meal, of course. Kota Kinabalu is a seafood lover's absolute heaven. The night markets and waterfront restaurants are overflowing with the freshest catches of the day. Giant prawns, juicy crabs, all kinds of fish, squid, and shellfish, often cooked to order right there in front of you. You pick your seafood, choose how you want it cooked, grilled, steamed, stir-fried with amazing local sauces, and then just dig in. The quality and how affordable it is are often a fantastic surprise. Welcome Seafood Restaurant is a super popular spot, but honestly, there are tons of others. Beyond seafood, though, make sure you try some Sabahan specialties. Dishes like hinava, a raw fish salad kind of like ceviche, nasi linopat, rice cooked in a leaf, and tuaran mi, a local stir-fried noodle dish, give you a real taste of the region's unique food culture. Exploring the local coffee shops or kedai kopi for a traditional Malaysian breakfast is also a must. The sheer variety and energy of the food scene, from buzzing markets to chilled-out beachfront dining, is the perfect, delicious end to any day of adventure in Kota Kinabalu. It's a food journey that's as diverse and surprising as the landscape itself. So, Kota Kinabalu, did it live up to the "you won't believe" hype? For me, absolutely. I came expecting a pleasant tropical city, and I found this amazing hub of adventure, culture, and natural beauty that just kept blowing my expectations away. From the breathtaking challenge of Mount Kinabalu to the vibrant coral gardens of the Tunku Abdul Rahman Marine Park, from feeling like I'd stepped back in time at Mari Mari Cultural Village to the simple, yet stunning beauty of a Tanjung Aru sunset. This city isn't just one thing, it's like 100 incredible experiences all rolled into one easy-to-reach, welcoming place. The sheer variety is what makes Kota Kinabalu a place you just have to experience. It's a place where you can push your physical limits, connect with ancient traditions, see unique wildlife, and eat fantastic food, all within a few days and often just a short trip from the city center. It has the wild heart of Borneo with all the conveniences of a modern city. If Kota Kinabalu wasn't on your travel radar before, I really hope this journey has shown you why it absolutely should be. It's a city that will surprise you, challenge you, and in the end, completely win you over. What was the most surprising thing about Kota Kinabalu for you from this video? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this adventure and want to help us make more like it, please hit that like button. And most importantly, subscribe so you don't miss our next unbelievable destination. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.